This is Green Black Midrange by Anthony Lee, who placed in the top 8 of the World Championship, of course. And it's a deck that I really enjoy playing because I feel like it's a very smooth sailing kind of playstyle. Everything kind of goes together, everything functions really well. It has a very low curve, lots of answers, lots of card advantage, threatening creatures, good late game or decent late game, not like super good. And overall, it just feels really clean to play. Like the power level is very high. All the answers are really good. And yeah, so he ended up bringing this to the top 8 of the tournament and ended up qualifying for it. And it didn't do that well in top 8, but mostly because I think the metagame for Worlds was not really the one that Anthony Lee was targeting. I think if he was expecting a lot of Esper midrange at least, or more like enchantment based decks, or even domain ramp, Terra Sunder should definitely be a 4 of, and also Gix's Command should have probably been more than a 2 of total, and maybe even 2 in the main deck, because the Esper decks, you really want that sweeper, and this is the most flexible that you could play, and also has utility as well. So of course, this was like a very important card that probably should be more present than it is, as well as Terra Sunder, which was very, very good this weekend, or the past weekend during the World Championship, but only 2 copies here in the deck. So I decided to bring this deck on the ladder, see how it does. And I know for sure that this list is all tournament lists. You should never bring a tournament list 1-to-1, bring it on ladder, because there's more diversity on ladder and you need a lot more specific answers. Like you definitely need the Forterra, obviously, and you're gonna need more sweepers, you're gonna need more anti-aggro cards, and mostly that's what you want. If you don't know how this deck works, I will leave a link to the previous video I did in Green Black explaining the strategy in general, but I'm not going to go over it again since it's something that I've already covered. And the deck strategy is really pretty simple. You just use the turtle, you play it, it mills, it ramps, and your activated abilities for lands cost 1 less, and land creatures you control get +1/+1. And we have the Restless Cottage, that's a 4/4. For 4 mana, you can bring it out, so you need 5 mana to attack with it. Well, 4 mana with the turtle, it costs 3 mana to activate, so 4 mana total to get it out and attack. Mishra's Foundry becomes a 2/2 for 2, so for 2 mana with the turtle, you can bring it out and attack. So these are very good things that you can do with the turtle. And it's also just playing just green-black value cards, like draw a card on an adventure, then you play the 3/2, and when the Mosswood Dread Knight dies, you get to do it again. So it's like an infinite loop of card draw and creature, like threatening creature. Then you have the Virtue of Persistence that has -3/-3 on the front side, and you gain 2 life. And then on the back side, I guess there's no front side, back side here, but like on the actual enchantment, 7 mana, and it brings creatures back from the graveyard on your upkeep. So yeah, just a big value pile. One card I really love in this deck, that was a highlight for me, and I think this card is fantastic right now. Sentinel of Lost Lore, which can essentially remove an adventure card. If your opponent went on an adventure with a card, you can put that card at the bottom of their deck, so they can't cast the adventure side, or not the adventure side. They can't cast the actual side of the card after they adventured. Kind of complicated, but like if they virtue for a 2/2, you can put that virtue on the bottom so they can't play the enchantments, and that is insane. And you can also do that with your own adventure cards, but you put them back into your hand instead of putting them at the bottom. And you can also exile target player's graveyard. You can do all of those at once if you want to. So this card is actually bonkers in like specific matchups. So I'm playing an extra one in my modified list that I will release in a future video. But yeah, this card is fantastic. The Bailiff is pretty good for like a tournament meta. You have that 1 of where if they play Lily, you can get a free 4/4. That's like actually fantastic. The Ashiok is whatever. It's fine. It's a new card. It's cool. It's not that good. Another Nissa. Path of Peril, very important. And Phyrexian Arena, I think, very important as well. You need that recurring card advantage. So this is very good. Rankle's Prank, I don't think is that good. But it's a spice card. People like bringing those spicy 1-ofs. Yeah, so it is what it is. But yeah, that's going to do it. I'm going to wrap things up real quick here and leave you with some gameplay. And Sentinel. Sentinel is really good. I don't regret crafting that card at all. Yeah, I'm running Anthony's deck. It's I mean, I'm sure Anthony was not expecting to face a bunch of Esper midrange and like a band control deck, which I guess he'd never faced. But if this is the meta on ladder, it's not good for green black at all. I was like, top deck counter magic? Wow, that would be devastating. Or doesn't even get the life gain from that. They need a second black, otherwise they can't keep up with this, probably. Whatever. I mean, they need to land first, and then second black. Yeah, this card has to go. This card is really bad. That's good. This is gonna get out of hand very quickly. Only have basically my only good card in the matchup is one Gix's command. That's it. And removal, which I don't have. It's good. I could even draw Virtue here. They shouldn't block, but it's good. Finally drew a removal spell. Also, like, there are a lot of things in this deck that really pain me when it comes to, like, probably the most popular matchup on ladder, which is going to be this Esper deck. And it's 3 Lily, which I think is really, really bad. Only 1 Gix's command. Misery Shadow doesn't do anything, really. I mean, it's fine, but... And Bramble Familiar, I think, is very awkward. Like, it's okay. It's, like, it's good on 2. And it's fine as an adventure, but 7 mana is a lot for decks like this with a bunch of counter magic. It's definitely not something you should expect to resolve most of the time. Like here, if I get countered, it's really not good. And even if it doesn't get countered... Oh, actually... Wait, is this from among them? Or I just got lucky. This is like the only good hit in the deck, so... And is it even that good? It's like not even that good. That's... There are basically... if There's like no good hit with this card. There's no bomb. Like, this is fine, but not against Esper, because they have a lot of non-creature spells and a lot of permanents that aren't creatures, that generate creatures that you can't bring back. Like, I can't bring back this, I can't bring back Wandering Emperor. The Denic can stop me from getting things back if they just have it on the board. I would definitely play 3 Gix's command total. And this Lily is just worth nothing. It's good that at least he had 2 Path of Peril, which I think is pivotal, because otherwise, like, only one, like 2 Gix's command, no other sweeper would be really bad. I'm considering Phyrexian Arena. I think it's like not terrible, but then I have to consider the fact that this card exists. I don't know. And also I'm on the draw, so I'm probably not doing it. Maybe it's Turtle. I mean, Turtle is just... It's okay, but it's really not that good in this matchup. I think that's the main problem with this deck, is that green black really shines in matchups where you can easily go 1-for-1 with your opponents, or you're playing a slower deck that can't deal with the fact that you have man lands, which is not the case in either of those criteria for this matchup. Like, they will out card advantage me most of the time, and I can never attack with the man lands, basically. So it's only defense, but having them on defense doesn't do anything for me, because I need to develop. It's only really, really good if I'm even with them in the very late game, where then I can actually take advantage of it. I think I'm gonna cut a turtle. Also, I would like always play for Shield just because you need it against Esper. I would cut a turtle and go up a shield red probably, maybe. Or at least have the force shield in the sideboard somewhere. What's good against Esper? Mono blue. I don't know. Not sure. There's not much that's really good against Esper, if I'm being honest. I think mono blue is good, and then I think Jund is good. Those would be my picks, basically. Jund, I think as long as you have access to oh really? That sucks. As long as you have access to the 4-mana deal 7 destroyed enchantment, I think that's like it's your 100% your best card in the matchup, so I was like, did they actually top deck a second? Be crazy. Okay, fine. I'm gonna tap my green. I hate auto tapper with this foundry. It's so annoying. But whatever. It always wants to leave the foundry up even though I can't activate it. Like it just I need 3 mana. It only counts as like only need 2 mana. Only needing 2 mana, which is really awkward. Doesn't it always attack with Dread Knight? If they Wandering Emperor, I just cut down my own Dread Knight. Cast it again.
Now you've done it. How's coming off?
Replay it. No! I mean, I'm never gonna. I don't know. I'm never gonna learn my lesson because I'm too lazy to manually tap Foundry for that. At least tap my pain land. I don't know. Whatever. It won't tap my pain land because I need the black. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, Path of Peril is massive though. That's such a good card. It might even be better than Cruelty actually. Maybe this deck's actually better than I think it is again in this matchup. I don't know. Like this is huge. And the fact that you're destroying your own knight as well. You get to replay it again. It's pretty huge. Alright, third Wandering Emperor is like the... well... oh, second Wandering Emperor. Yeah, whatever. It's okay, I still get to attack. And I get to remove that.
Our swords will cross again.
Is it possible I don't remove? But then why did I not activate that? Maybe, I don't know. I gotta wait. In case they play Shield Red. Actually, I do have an answer to Shield Red. It's just like attack in and Virtue. It's probably fine to just get rid of it now. I could probably wait though. There's no way they have counterspell. I guess counterspell and Rafine would be kind of annoying. Because that also has ward. Okay, Shoda is fine, I think. I mean, I hope it is. Oh, well, I mean, it's Giga fine, but even if I didn't get this, I could still do this and then like attack with Bolt, and I think they would almost be forced to block, but maybe not. Maybe they wouldn't be forced to block. I don't know. Maybe it's delusion, but I mean, I hit anyways, so. There's no lethal, right? Which is this then? I mean, realistically, I should have waited, but I don't know. Because I had a backup plan, I was not really didn't really care that much. But like, maybe like I don't know. Maybe Shield Red, then they don't block, they draw Rafine, but then they have to attack this Esper deck that's gonna be appearing here in a second. Nico carry? It's definitely not as good as every other 1-star reroll, I would assume. I think it's fine though. It's definitely playable. But I don't think you should make it a priority unless you hit exactly the right Ishtal buff, which I think is fire. Do you want fire? I think you want fire, right? It's not as good as Samira reroll, that's for sure. Mono white exists. Flash. Oh, it's yeah. Virtue? No. No. They kept 1-drop, no 2-drop on the draw. I don't know. That shouldn't go that well for them, but maybe I don't know. Maybe I brick. Maybe they hit the nuts soon. I don't know. Oh, you mean Nico plus Kale reroll? It's not just Nico. I know 6 Bastion Kale is good, but I don't think just rerolling Nico is good enough. But maybe it is. I have no idea. Again, it's too early to say. It might be. But the 6 Bastion comp is Kale usually. But I'm assuming you can go for Nico 3 as well. Like, why not? But at that point, you should always reroll Kale as well. Like, there's no reason not to reroll Kale if you're going 6 Bastion. One sec, pulling up the stream to see what the tax. What they tax? Shield Red? Sure. Wait, but why would they pull up the stream to see what the tax? They literally see my hand. That doesn't make sense. I don't know how to play Nico reroll, so I can't help you. I just play Poro. Yeah, that was to be expected, wasn't it? I don't know what I was expecting there, but I kind of have to go for that. It is what it is. Like, now they have to deal with Shield Red and Glissa, which are both, like, best... Like, 2 of my best cards against them, and eventually I get Virtue down, which doesn't do anything, but... Actually, it might, because they have to kill this eventually, but I guess this is going to be exiled. This might be killed, though. Destroyed. I actually wonder if attacking there was correct or not, because I have no cards. I don't know. Oh. Oh, that means this can go through. Which kind of sucks. Oh, it can't, because I have Osage. Oh, but they can bring it back. But then it can't activate on the turn that's played. Isn't it always attack here? Like at this point? I don't even care if they swing, right? Is that true? I think it's true. I want the card. I should not have played that land though. Ooh, that's good. Well, now I just let them untap. I'm gonna go Seiju this, probably cut down something. And maybe attack in with Restless Cottage. Slam this next turn, probably. Actually, I keep this for this 100%. No doubt. Probably activate Cottage, block, cut down, something like that. Like block Boseiju. I don't know. Something's gonna happen here. I don't know what, but we'll figure it out. Oh wait, what? Why did it exit combat? Wait, does it automatically exit combat after damage? That doesn't make sense. I'm not too happy about that. Huh. Yeah, I'm definitely not too happy about that. I don't see a reason not to do this. If they want to block this here, they kind of just I just don't care about the Dread Knight at this point. Yeah, Turtle is like every deck is more proactive than this deck, which makes Turtle's like overall effectiveness much lower. This card still gives you a lot of value, but it doesn't seem like there's a situation where you go like Turtle into Cottage activation and like attack. Like that's gonna be very rare, which is kind of where Turtle shines the most. It's also good because it gives you a land, I guess. I mean, like ramping is nice, but it doesn't do like. There's not that much top end in this deck. It's not like you're like you have super bombs. Like Virtue is fine, but there's only 2 copies. There's only 1 Gixis command. You're kind of limited in like the amount of things you can do from like 7, 8 mana. It's not like you have like ridiculous card advantage either. There's only Dread Knight. There's probably a little bit more top end that you could play in this deck. Anyways, let's get ready for humans here. Yeah, Lily on the draw. uh, Tear. I don't know. I can't see Tear doing that much here. Wait, this is an artifact, right? Does it say non-land? No. So I can deal with a land, kind of, by playing this. I could also play Prank, even though it's not optimal sometimes. I could play 4 mana 4/4, which is actually pretty decent. I'm gonna do that. 4 mana 4/4 gain 4, that's like kind of okay. Yeah, this will have to do. If I get Thaliad, I get Thaliad. And I'll probably lose the game, but what can you do against 2 mana 2/1? You're on the mega draw, giga draw. I mean, there's no way I don't play this. There's no way I don't play that. Yikes. Like, I want to cast this, but also it's super off curve. I'm gonna try it. I think it's the wrong play, but Wandering Emperor. I just both Sage Room. I don't think it's Wandering Emperor. I think it's Activate. They have a lot of cards, but I can get massive card advantage with this. And I already got big card advantage with the Dread Knight. Doesn't do that much, really. Actually, doesn't do anything at all. I've, like, it's just, it's whatever. I would love to be in Jund, though. I do think being in Jund is a necessary kind of upgrade. It's a downgrade and an upgrade, because obviously your mana base gets worse, but I think the mana base is still passable. Like, it's still at the point where I think it's good enough. And then you get access to 7 damage plus destroy an enchantment. That would give you a huge edge over all these Wedding Now Spin Virtue players. And this is good for me. Encontro. And I guess I just, whatever, I'll do it now. There's no right timing for this because I end step it already draws a card, so I'll let them play the Skrelv and just get rid of it if they want to. Hopefully I draw land. That would be fantastic. Well, but goodbye to Dread Knight. Unfortunate. Pretty good. Yeah, I need 5 mana. 5 mana. Specialist is very powerful. Is there an instant speed counter for this? I mean, I'm gonna risk it, but I mean, they know I have it. I just don't want them to pre-combat Adeline. Oh, Surge, yep. Yeah, okay. Yeah, they might be playing Surge against me. I mean, it's not like super good, but it's not bad either. Okay, now we're in trouble. I could not really develop at all. And I found tap land. Oh, the one opportunity I had to just take them out there completely out of the game. I couldn't get it. But they still have to remove this, so... Yeah, they still have to remove my second one. Ah, nah, it's done. Unfortunate. I was close, though. Hmm. I mean, they had to have second I'd lean too. Like, that's... Yeah, whatever. Or just didn't hit. Tap land. Yep. Oh, that's not concede. I don't know. Turtle is just not that good. I guess Prank is not that bad considering it's pretty bad. Like most of the time, yeah, no, it's pretty bad. It might be random tear just because they're playing Wedding Announcement. Hmm. I was in a good spot until I just didn't hit land 5. That would have put me in such a good position if I just had one more mana to flex 3+2 and like being able to cast the Gix's command, obviously. The 3/2 that brings back the one cost is a huge problem. I have a game plan. Turtle into Virtue, I guess. Yeah, that's the only game plan I have. So hopefully I hit a black source, otherwise it's kind of doomed. Okay, I got it. Alright, this is okay. Being on the play definitely helps. I mean, I should definitely be playing 3 turtles on the play instead of the Bailiff. Certainly. That's fine. Okay, still like pretty stable. The thing with the mono white deck is it has very bad average draws, I think, so like sometimes they just stumble a little bit too much. I mean, there's no way I just play this out, right? Right. What? I want the, yeah, I want the card. They'll get the card. I'll get the card. Shelly in graveyard, true. That's good. I'm getting closer to land. And I'm also just gonna sweep next turn. I think I denied them a draw. I think that's relevant. With my double removal spells, and since I'm always commanding, the extra 2/2 doesn't matter. Ugh. Whatever. That is pretty bad. But they would have named Go for the Throat, I think. Maybe. Maybe not. Still, I'm one step closer to land here. Didn't get it. I can deny them another creature, I guess. Ugh. Yeah, this is annoying. I had to hit tap land. That's worst case scenario. This, I think it's GG. I think it's game. They hit perfectly, and I didn't hit untap land again. It's my only real play. So playing this out would have been better, but instead of drawing. But I couldn't know it was going to break that hard, and they were going to hit exactly Peacekeeper. Which sucks. That's also really bad for me. This becomes a black and green creature, so they can dodge it. If they can't kill this, I have a small chance, because this will get me out of range of like a few attacks here with this. And once I hit a green creature, which I do have the Bailiff, I have the Sentinel, I have the Bramble, I have the Mosswood Dread Knight, then we're kind of stable. Also, I could attack with the Cottage, gain some food. Okay, that's really a draw. I don't want to play into a Ganjo. I'll still attack with this, probably. Hmm. Pushing for damage is good, I think, because I have the cottage that I'm gonna utilize next turn to go in, finish the job. Damn, this is close. The Peacekeeper was brutal. They drew cottage. Like in this matchup, I'd almost just rather not even have a mana line, just have untapped lands. It's only relevant in like very, very like late game. I mean, well, we're doing alright, I think. Hopefully. Wait, that's a 6/6. Jeez. Okay, so I basically can't attack. Well, I can attack with this, which I probably will do. I can no longer attack with this. Wait, do I even attack? Because this can... Actually, I have to attack with cottage, no? Oh, no, 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 this can't bypass this, so I don't really care. I mean, it's definitely an attack, like, take out something. Maybe I should attack with it, I don't know. Like, it's possible I should attack with the cottage. I don't necessarily think so, because it's also a blocker. No, this deck was not the deck to bring to the World Championship. It's not that good. Just because it was not at all prepared for Esper for some reason. I didn't even know Esper existed, honestly, before. But I'm sure they did. Damn, that's a 4/4. I didn't even consider that. So they remove this, and I'm always dead, right? No, I'm not. So I just took out some. I have to pass. Playing this is fine, but if they draw a removal spell for this, I absolutely need to take this out to block, so... But they used the Ossification already. And I'm always taking out one creature per turn with the Shadow. You like the spicy shield red brew? Literally. And people say this card's fine, you know? Like half the time it's literally up to shield red to win me the game. And I don't even have to play the game basically. Well, they have to solve the puzzle of shield red. I'm just sitting there waiting for them to remove it. I feel like they're trying to catch me with something here. I mean, I'm always blocking, right? Because it gives me free. Like, there's no reason for me not to block. I wonder if I ever block with shield red, though. Probably not. Oh, I'm so dumb. I should have blocked with the cottage. Oops. Not very smart. I literally said I had to keep the cottage untapped because I wanted to block with it. And then I went to blockers immediately. Whatever. I think it's fine. I'm getting further and further out of range. I mean, is it fine? I don't know. That was a big misplay. Like, I don't know. I might not be fine. Oh, so that's actually really bad. No, I can't block with this, but I mean, at least they have to block. 2, 3. That was really unfortunate. I was looking for untap land or any spell, basically. And I found double tap land. Now I can't play this and hold up the cottage, which is what I wanted to do. But it's fine. Oh, I should have attacked first if we were gonna do this. This Dread Knight is an infinite blocker, so thanks for introducing this card. I mean, it wouldn't be as good if I was not also gaining a life every time I was casting it. Like, if I was actually losing the life and I wasn't gaining life naturally as well, like, I don't know. It's only really good because of this card. They shouldn't ban Shield Red. They should ban like everything, honestly. It's not just Shield Red, obviously, but this is like the biggest deck building restriction in the entire format. And it's the biggest creator of like non-games, or like very, yeah, it actually creates more non-games, because like there are games where you just don't find a removal and you're just screwed. That's a non-game. Oh, that's new. Wait, don't I always take this? Slam this. Can I double? Yeah, I can double. This is worth, right? Wait. Wait, there's no way that's worth, actually. What am I smoking? Wait. Wait, is it worth? I can't tell. Like, I get rid of both here. I go double cottage attack. But then this can't attack. But I think it's okay. I think it's worth. Maybe I'm on copium here. I guess I don't. I think it's just this, whatever. I take the 7. They should have gotten the extra damage there. I think the block's fine, but I think both are fine. Like, I don't know. I'm also gaining like infinite HP, so. I don't care about. I mean, of course I care about health. I care about balance more than anything. So I don't care if this card is in check or not. So that's not really the point. The point is the game should feel fun to play, and it should feel like you're not getting hard punished more times than you should be for like a 4-mana spell that also blocks every single one of your creatures, that also attacks into every single, like it's like too well rounded. I've already gone over this too. I don't know. I feel like I'm just repeating the same thing over and over when it comes to Shieldred. And people just don't seem to see my points or something. I don't know. Wait, why'd I go to attack there? I don't even think it's worth doing this, but I'm just do it. Half the meta is going to play. That's not the point. I don't care if this is the best card or not. If this was not even like, whatever. And people have different positions on what they value in a card game. I don't care. Like, I was for banning Embercleave, like all the the things that create games that end too quickly or for the wrong reasons. And I think this applies to Shieldred. It applies to like cards like Embercleave that were available in the past. Like a lot of these cards that just create situations where you feel bad about yourself, even though your deck is like built correctly. Like you can have as many removal spells as you want and just not find them, and you lose the game. It's adding more variance, which is usually a bad thing. You want to lower the variance unless you're creating a card game that's for like casuals and for fun. But if you're making a competitive game, you want your game to be as low variance as possible to have the player that's better and that's playing better come out on top. And Shieldred does not do that. And it just so happens to be very like played a lot as well, so it's not just that. Like it's also played everywhere, and it does that thing that I was talking about as well. Am I dead here? Maybe. I don't know. No, probably. They're one off if they find. No, they're two off. Yeah. I mean, how is like what percentage of people are playing Shieldred? I don't know. It has to be like a decent amount. I would still be complaining about it if it was like 20% of meta. I just don't care. I care about card design philosophy and not about specifically if the card is being played a lot or not. Like I was for banning cards like Robber the Rich, even though it was literally only in mono red. Robber the Rich, all extra turn spells, all that stuff should not be in the game at all. Unless you're playing for like Commander, I guess, where games are for fun. And even that, I would argue it's not good because the person who's playing against those cards is having less fun. So that's like actually not good. It just in both cases not good. It's fundamentally unbalanced because it adds RNG and it's not fun to play against. So you have two negatives that are paramount for card games, and you're just disregarding them because what? Because you want more money to sell cards. And then like people fail to like the people justifying the cards are like, okay, it's fine because I can kill it with a removal spell, or it's like those are usually the cards anyway. Like Robber the Rich, sure, you can kill it for like you just spend I don't know your removal spell on it. Like they fail to like see the grand scheme of things. Like why is it problematic? Well, it's because if it's not answered, it creates a gameplay loop that is just very toxic. Like it's not fun. It's not good. It's not balanced too. Those effects are not balanced. Like punishing and rewarding the player against is getting punished for a fundamental mechanic in the game that is drawing cards, and you're getting rewarded for the same thing. So it's like it's so bad. It's just like it's horrendous card design. It's so bad. Like I can't even. There's so many things wrong with it, and like people just don't see it. I don't know. It's just weird. It's a deck building restriction for all decks that don't have as much removal. Like all creature based decks are forced to play so many more removal spells because of Shieldred, and it means their deck is weaker against decks that aren't playing Shieldred. So they're forced to deck build in like a very convoluted way that makes their deck 100% weaker, which makes their deck unplayable, which is why we don't see certain deck archetypes. If you enjoy my content and would like to help me keep making it, consider supporting me over on Patreon, where you can access to a bunch of bonus videos, as well as other rewards depending on the tiers. And thank you so much to all the lovely patrons that are already subscribed. I appreciate it very much. And I will see you all in the next video.